Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Beauty Soul Tarot. I hope you're doing well. This is for Virgo for mid-January, and any placement that you have in Virgo, this could apply to. So we're going to get started here. Virgo, mid-January 2026 for the sign of Virgo. Here we go. Virgo, what is going on for Virgo? There's several cards trying to come out. Eight of Materials of Work. Queen of Voices. So there is something about your energy that is very clear. You're sure, you're certain about something, and to start off, you're certain about something. Virgo, mid-January. The Eight of Materials in reverse. I mean, in the upright. Yeah. So there's something that you're working on, that you're certain about what you're working on. You're certain about what you're doing. It's like you understand all the levels of the game. There's something about letting certain things show that are not the most comfortable, that are like vulnerabilities, things that make you stand out in a sort of way. But you know what you're working on. You know what parts of a certain situation would be for you or not for you. And so there's a lot showing. It feels like when I say showing, I mean like there's a lot that you're kind of like, okay, I know that this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm going to experience. And so there seems to be like a part of you that's showing something that is not typical or not usual. The Two of Emotion in reverse. You don't feel completely comfortable moving forward in it. Yeah, you know there's something you're not supposed to do. It feels like it might be taboo. With her hand, I heard go that way. And that way is the way that would be back to the Queen of Swords, which is what you know is true and clear. Like the other hands behind here, I feel like those are like maybe distractions, or maybe they're like parts of a situation that you don't want, that you're trying to fix. Or not necessarily that you don't want, but that are not addressed. That just came out. Like I literally just said not addressed, and I wasn't even thinking about saying that. So there's certain things that are not addressed. Two of Emotion in reverse. You know what you're working with. There seems to be a disconnect though. Like I feel like there's this could be you or someone else. There's someone who's removing their energy emotionally, and it's in between several factors. Could be coming through kind of harsh or just cold. Okay. There's like a mix of emotions here. Seems like someone's coming through kind of cold here for sure. The Muse of Voices in reverse. The Fool. Okay. The Muse of Voices. There's like a no-go, and then it feels like you're out there on your own. which is very interesting. I wonder what that is, a no-go. Something like, it doesn't have to be a no-go. It's more like something seems closed, or like something could be closed for business. But specifically, it feels like something it's working, but it's like completely detached. And this could be someone's pulling away. This could be you pulling away, the Fool. So I feel like you're kind of like in this situation where you're out of the loop of something, or no, I don't even want to say you're out of the loop. This just seems, you're not supposed to go somewhere. It feels like someone's pulling their energy back. And this is like an unconscious thing. What else for Virgo? Knight of Inspiration. What else for Virgo? The Ace of Inspiration. Someone's getting confidence, or there's confidence from this. The Strength. Okay, so this is a hard situation to deal with. This has a lot to do with the ego. Someone's leaving someone hanging, it feels like here. Okay, but let's look at the other part of this. There's something to learn here. This has to do with work or something that you're working on. Okay, so this could be like at a certain time. You're not supposed to proceed with something. You're holding on. What is this for Virgo? Awakening. So something about this is awakening you. And it feels like it's a disconnect and you aren't expecting it. But it is shining a light on certain things that would have otherwise been unknown. I just saw, when I said that, I was thinking of like the hands in the background, certain things that are unknown. And then suddenly like this triangle above her head became clear. So there's other elements of the situation that become known as you realize that you jumped, like something about jumping into a situation. Yeah. It feels like someone's saying, I jumped into this and I'm not, and there's like a clarity that this is not like something's coming in the way, like it's stopping. Something is stopping. The Justice in reverse. It's okay. Virgo. The Queen of Emotions in reverse. Something is stopping. The Nine of Inspiration in reverse. I feel like you're caught off guard a little bit by this. Like, oh, I didn't know, you didn't tell me that, or... But you're beginning to awaken or realize that this is not the direction that you want to go. Page of Voices. There's something precise about whatever it is you're working on, though. Yeah, what you're working on, there is something precise about it that sheds a light on where you're going. You might be saying, well, you didn't tell me that. I feel like it's playful though. I feel like there's not so much of a rejection as much as I feel like there's more playful energy with the Two of Cups. It still feels disconnected though, but yeah, there seems to be more of a playful energy to this. And with the Muse of Voices, something does feel like the answer is no. And perhaps you're starting to realize it. There's like little things at play that are kind of giving you this insight. The Sun in reverse and 9. Okay. Yeah, someone's withholding themselves. Okay, so someone's withholding themselves. And it feels like there's a rejecting of some kind and something isn't part of the system or the rules, or this could also be you, Virgo, as well. This could be you pulling back because you feel like this is not, you know, this is not where you want to go or what you want to do in some way. There's something about being careful. So what is the outcome for Virgo? What else? The Seven of Voices. There's something that you know you could be avoiding or the other person is avoiding. If you can see them sitting there with the fox on their head, it's like a metaphor. Yeah, there's foxes here. Kind of sly, but not so much actually. It's more like avoiding pressure, not wanting to connect, focusing on the awakening instead, or on an awakening. There's someone that gets, I feel like you or another gains confidence, but it feels disconnected in some way. So what is the outcome here for Virgo? You don't want to be seen in a certain way. We have the High Priestess in reverse. So the outcome is your intuition is a little bit thrown off. Oh, that's not true. I just heard that's not true. You're being led to this intuitive place. I heard it's right there. Back to the center. So that's all I have, Virgo, for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye.